Over the last 3 months, I managed to sell these 3 properties for $100,000 above its market value. That is a minimum of $100,000 above what the market valued it for. Now, how did I manage to do that? Stick around until the end of this video and I'll give you my secrets. I am Dilan De Silva. I am a real estate agent for tourism properties. Now, how did I manage to sell these properties for $100,000 above its market value? I'm just about to share them. Step number 1 is, are you really ready to sell? That's a good question. Well, I know you're in the market. I know you've done photos, etc., etc. You're listed on third-party websites, but mentally, are you really ready to sell? Well, if you are really ready to sell, then you will not be attached to that piece of furniture. You wouldn't be attached to that, special ornament which you have in the house. You wouldn't be attached to, having the photographs up on the wall. I have sold 46 properties over the last couple of years, and 80% of the time, this is one of the problems I have experienced with all my sellers. You have to be mentally ready to sell. The property you lived in for all these years is going to be somebody else's. So it does not mean that, what you treasured is going to be loved by the next person who is coming. Get mentally ready for change. This is really important. We might take down your photographs. We might ask you to put that dark color couch in the storeroom and replace it with a lighter color couch. These are all important things. So just be flexible. Get ready for change. I mean, think about it. Does it really matter if you're getting $100,000 more for your property than market value? Does it really matter if you have to store that couch in a storeroom and get another couch for the period of the open homes and the photographs? For $100,000, I'm sure you can make that sacrifice. Get mentally ready. That's point number 1. Hire a professional home staging and styling company to present your property to its best potential. The investment is worthwhile. Look at these investments. $4,500 for this property. And we have achieved $150,000 more than what the market was saying it's worth. Styling cost for this property, $4,000. Sale price, $200,000 above market value. Look at this property. Styling cost for this property was $7,000. We have achieved $125,000 above market value. Number 3, do it properly. Don't take shortcuts. Make sure your gardens are clean. Now, this is a garden from a property which I'm going to list in the near future. Immaculate. Make sure it's proper. Make sure the roofs are done. Do some maintenance before you put the property into the market. Don't take shortcuts. Don't take it easy. If the walls are dirty, get it painted. Make sure your post box is as good as brand new. Make sure your closets are clean and decluttered. Don't do shortcuts here. There is plenty of choice in the market, and people will choose another house as opposed to your house if it's not really well presented and maintained. Just make sure that when a purchaser walks in to look at your property, they have zero to fault. They have nothing to fault. It's like the first date. When you go on your first date, you wear your best clothes. This is the first date with your purchaser and this property. So make sure it's presented immaculately. Don't even think of cutting corners here. Use professional photography, videos, etc., etc. This is not a DIY job. You can't just take a phone, take photos and put it on the web. People are willing to spend millions of dollars for your property. So just make sure that you don't cut corners here. Make sure you go all the way and do, videos, photos, daylight shots, twilight shots, whatever it takes. Sell that experience. That's the most important thing, because people are going to live in your property. Sell the experience of what you can experience in that property. So go all the way for photography. 80% of buyers look at your photographs before they decide to visit your home. So if you want your hard work to pay off, make sure that you don't compromise on good photographs. Use a professional. This is not a DIY job. Unless an interior designer is renting this property from you, don't put rental properties into the market. Put it as much as possible on vacant possession, or get it styled before you photograph it, because I have seen so many times that the prices are getting dragged down because the tenants do not present their property to its best potential. In most cases, tenants have furniture that do not match that property. So you'll be losing 50, 60, 70,000 dollars if it's not presented right. So please, whenever possible, make sure you get it vacant possession, do some repairs, get it styled, and then only put it to the market if you want top dollar. But if you don't, that's a different story. Well, before we discuss the last point, point number 5, make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to these videos if you like them, of course. And I usually post videos once a month about property and real estate. And if you have any comments on how somebody can improve their presentation, please feel free to comment below so that we can share this experience and make sure you get top dollar for your property. Number 5, open homes. Make sure you manage this properly. This is the moment of truth. All your efforts would be wasted if you don't manage this process well. Even if you're living in the property, even if you're not living in the property, make sure the gardens are tidy before each open home. Make sure the fridge, the dishwasher, the oven, everything is immaculate, everything is clean, no dead flies on the floor. Make sure it smells nice. If you can put some music, why not do that? Make sure that you impress the 5 senses so that purchasers make a connection with your property. So this is one of the methods I use to get more money for my clients, and you can use it too. It's a simple fix. I am Dilan De Silva. I'm a real estate agent for tourism properties. If I can be of any help, my contact details are below. Until we meet again in the next video, make sure you present your property to its best potential. Remember, no shortcuts.